Hello students, good morning. This is our science class. Today we will discuss about unit 4 matter. In this session we will see part 2 in matter. Students, last session we studied matter, compound, solid, liquid, gas and metals. Do you remember children? Yes. What is matter? Anything which occupies space and has mass is called matter. Anything which occupies space and has mass is called matter. These are the three states of matter. What are they? Solid, liquid and gas. Compound. The molecule of a substance that contains two or more atoms of different elements combined together in a definite ratio is said to be a molecule of a compound. Two or more atoms of different elements combined together in a definite ratio is said to be a molecule of a compound. These are the examples of compound: water, ammonia, carbon dioxide, hydrogen peroxide. Next, solid. Material which has a definite shape and definite volume at room temperature with any number of free surfaces is called solid. The arrangement of molecule is very tightly bounded in solid. Next, liquid. Material which has a definite volume but no definite shape and has one free surface is called liquid. The arrangement of molecule is loosely bounded in liquid. Next, gas. Material which has neither definite shape nor definite volume is easily compressible and has no free surface is called gas. The arrangement of molecule is very loosely bounded in gas. Next, metals. What are metals? Metals are elements that are hard and shiny in appearance. Some metals used in our daily life are iron, copper, gold, silver, etc. Metals conduct heat and electricity. Today's topics are non-metals, physical properties of non-metals, uses of metals and non-metals, metalloids, physical properties of metalloids, uses of metalloids, compound, classification of compound, compounds in solid, liquid and gas, uses of compounds. These are the topics in the page number 51 to 55. Let us see one by one. First, we will discuss about non-metals. What are non-metals? A non-metal is a material that is dull, softer. It mostly lacks metallic attributes. Physically, non-metals tend to be highly volatile. Volatile means easily vaporized, have low elasticity, and are good insulators of heat and electricity. Insulator means it does not conduct heat and electricity. 17 elements are generally classified as nonmetals. Most are gases: hydrogen, helium, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, chlorine, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. These are the nonmetals in the form of gases. One is a liquid, that is bromine, and few are solids: carbon, phosphorus, sulfur, selenium and iodine. Clear children? A non-metal is a material that is dull, softer. It mostly lacks metallic attributes. Physically, non-metals tend to be highly volatile, that is easily vaporized, have low elasticity and are good insulators of heat and electricity. Let us see physical properties of nonmetals. First, physical state. Nonmetals occur as solids, liquids or gases at normal temperature. Nonmetals occur as solids, liquids or gases at normal temperature. For example, sulfur, phosphorus, carbon occur in solid state. What are they? sulfur, phosphorus, carbon occur in solids state, while bromine occurs in liquid state. Gases like oxygen, nitrogen, etc. occur in the gaseous state. Next, hardness. Non-metals are generally not hard. Non-metals are generally not hard except diamond, because the diamond is made up of carbon. Luster. Non-metals have dull appearance. Non-metals have dull appearance. Graphite and iodine are exceptions, as they are shiny and luster. Graphite and iodine are exception, as they are shiny and luster. Luster means dull in appearance. Non-metals do not shine, they are dull. Density. Non-metals are generally soft and have low densities. Non-metals are generally soft and have low density, except diamond. Except diamond, because diamond have high density. Melting point and boiling point. Melting point and boiling point. Non-metals have low melting point and boiling point. Non-metals have low melting point and boiling point. Carbon, silicon and boron are exception. Carbon, silicon and boron are exception. These are also non-metals, but these are have high melting point and boiling point. Tensile strength. Non-metals do not have tensile strength. Non-metals do not have tensile strength. Carbon fiber is as tensile as steel. This is carbon fiber. This is exception 1. Carbon fiber is as tensile as steel. Malleability. Non-metals are non-malleable. Non-metals are non-malleable. If hammered, they form a powdery mass. Actually, non-metals in solid state are brittle in nature. Non-metals are not malleable. Non-metals are brittle. Clear, children? Non-metals are non-malleable. If hammered, they form a powdery mass. Actually, non-metals in solid state are brittle in nature. Next, ductility. Non-metals are not ductile. That is brittle. Non-metals are brittle, so they break easily. This means non-metals are not ductile or malleable. For example, phosphorus. Carbon fiber is highly ductile. Carbon fiber is highly ductile. Conductivity. Non-metals are generally bad conductor of electricity. Non-metals are generally bad conductor of electricity because non-metals are insulators. These are the insulators. They do not conduct electricity or heat well. These are the electrical conductors. That is, these are the metals. These are the metals conduct electricity and heat. These are the electrical insulator. They do not conduct electricity and heat. Graphite is exception. Graphite is exception. Sonorous. Non-metals do not produce sound. Non-metals do not produce sound. That is non-sonorous when hit. Students, use this link for further clarification of non-metals and their properties. Next, a comparative study of metals and non-metals. A comparative study of metals and non-metals. Property metal, non-metal. First property, physical state at room temperature. Physical state at room temperature. Usually solid, occasionally liquid in metal. Solid, liquid or gas in non-metal. Malleability, good in metal, poor, usually soft or brittle in non-metal. Ductility, good in metal, poor, usually soft or brittle in non-metal. Melting point usually high in metal, usually low in non-metal. Boiling point usually high in metal, usually low in non-metal. Density usually high in metal, usually low in non-metal. Conductivity means thermal and electrical. Good in metal, very poor in non-metal. These are the comparative study of metals and non-metals. Next, uses of metals. Uses of metals. Iron is used for making bridges, engine parts, iron sheet and bars. Copper is used for making electrical wires, coins and stereo. Silver and gold are used for making jewels in decorative purposes and photography. Gold is very decorative one. Mercury is used in thermometers and barometers because of its high density and uniform expansion at different temperature. Next, aluminium is used in electrical wires, cables and in aerospace industries. See the figure. Planes are made of an alloy which contains magnesium and aluminium. Planes are made of an alloy which contains magnesium and aluminium. Lead is used in automobile batteries, X-ray machines. These are the uses of metals. Next, uses of non-metals. Diamond. Diamond is nothing but a form of carbon. Is used for making jewels, cutting and grinding equipments. Graphite is used in making pencil lead. Diamond is used for making jewels, cutting and grinding equipments. Graphite is used in making pencil lead. Next, sulfur. Sulfur is used in the manufacturing of gunpowder and vulcanization of rubber. Sulfur is used in the manufacturing of gunpowder and vulcanization of rubber. Phosphorus is used in matches, rat poison, etc. Phosphorus is used in matches, rat poison, etc. Next, nitrogen. Nitrogen is used for manufacturing ammonia. Nitrogen is used for manufacturing ammonia. Chlorine is used as a bleaching agent and in sterilizing water. Chlorine is used as a bleaching agent and in sterilizing water. Hydrogen. Hydrogen is used as a rocket fuel. Hydrogen is used as a rocket fuel and hydrogen flame is used for cutting and welding purposes as well as reducing agent. Clear children? These are the uses of non-metals. Next, metalloids. What are metalloids? Metalloids can have properties of both metals and non-metals. Metalloids can have properties of both metals and non-metals. For example, silicon is a metalloid. Why? Silicon is brittle like a non-metal but can conduct electricity like a metal. Silicon is brittle like a non-metal but can conduct electricity like a metal. So, silicon is a metalloid. Silicon is found in computer chips, glass and sand. Metalloids examples: silicon, germanium, arsenic. These are the examples or metalloids. Physical properties of metalloids. Metalloids are all solid at room temperature. Metalloids are all solid at room temperature. They can form alloys with other metals. What are alloys? Homogeneous mixtures of a melted metal with another melted metal or other non-metal substance that is then allowed to solidify. Homogeneous mixture of a melted metal with another melted metal or other non-metal substance that is then allowed to solidify. Most gold or silver coins are alloys. Here copper is one of the metal, zinc is another one metal. Both are mixed well and it gives one of the alloy, that is brass. Brass is the combination of copper and zinc. Clear, children? Some metalloids such as silicon and germanium can act as electrical conductors under the specific conditions. Thus, they are called semiconductors. Some metalloids such as silicon and germanium can act as electrical conductors under the specific conditions. Thus, they are called semiconductors. Students, we will detail study of semiconductors in our higher classes. Silicon, for example, appears lustrous but is not malleable nor ductile. It is brittle, a characteristic of some nonmetals. It is a much poorer conductor of heat and electricity than the metals. This is a sample of pure silicon. This is the silicon chip. Physical properties of metalloids more like those of metals. Physical properties of metalloids more like those of metals, but chemical reactivity is more like that of non-metals. Many atomic properties are intermediate between those of metals and non-metals. Physical properties more like those of metals, but chemical reactivity is more like that of non-metals. Many atomic properties are intermediate between those of metals and of non-metals. Uses of metalloids. Some metalloids are useful semiconductors which are used in electronics device, radio, computers, telephone, etc. Some metalloids are useful semiconductors which are used in electronics device, radio, computer, telephone, etc. What is semiconductor? A material which has properties between conductors and insulator. A material which has properties between conductors and insulator is called semiconductor. They are useful because they conduct just the right amount of electricity of heat. Semiconductor conduct just the right amount of electricity or heat. So only we are all followed to use semiconductors. Other uses of metalloids. Boron. Boron is used in water softeners and laundry products. Boron makes fireworks glow bright green. Makes fireworks glow bright green. Silicon, sand, rocks and many minerals. These are the other uses of metalloids. Next, compound. A compound is a pure substance which is formed due to the chemical combination of two or more elements in a fixed ratio by mass. A compound is a pure substance which is formed due to the chemical combination of two or more elements in a fixed ratio by mass. For example, water, carbon dioxide, sodium chloride, etc. See, this is water molecule. Combination of more elements. What are they? Two hydrogen and one oxygen to form a pure substance, that is water. Another one example. These are the elements: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, sodium, chlorine. We will take one of a metal, that is sodium, in the form of metal is combined with chlorine gas. Due to the chemical combination, it gives the one of the pure substance, that is table salt. Sodium metal is combined with chlorine gas. It produces table salt. This is one of the pure substance. That is sodium chloride, NaCl. Clear, children? Classification of compound. Compounds are classified into two types: inorganic compounds, organic compounds. Inorganic compounds, organic compounds. Let us see one by one. First, inorganic compounds. Compounds obtained from non-living sources such as rock, minerals, etc. are called inorganic compounds. Compounds obtained from non-living sources such as rock, minerals, etc. are called inorganic compounds. Example, chalk, baking powder, etc. Chalk, baking powder, etc. Organic compounds. Compounds obtained from living sources such as plants, animals, etc. Compounds obtained from living sources such as plants, animals, etc. are called organic compound. Example, protein, carbohydrates, etc. These are the examples of organic compounds. Both inorganic and organic compounds exist in all three states of matter, that is solids, liquids and gases. Both inorganic and organic compounds exist in all three states of matter, that is solids, liquids and gases. Clear, children? Friends, let us learn some important compounds in solids, liquids and gases state. First, compounds in solid. Some important compounds that exist in solid state are tabulated as follows. These are the compounds: silica, potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, copper sulfate, zinc carbonate. These are the molecular formula for given compound. Students, in higher classes, you will study about how to write molecular formula for a given compound. Silica. Silica, another name of silica is sand. Molecular formula is SiO2. Si is nothing but silicon, O is nothing but oxygen. So, constituent elements are silicon and oxygen. Silicon and oxygen. Potassium hydroxide, another name of is caustic potash. Molecular formula is KOH. K potassium, O oxygen, H hydrogen. So, what are the elements present in potassium hydroxide? Potassium, hydrogen and oxygen. These are the constituent elements of potassium hydroxide. Next, sodium hydroxide. Another name is caustic soda. Molecular formula is NaOH. Na sodium, O oxygen, H hydrogen. So, constituent elements are sodium, oxygen and hydrogen. Next, copper sulfate. Molecular formula is CuSO4. Cu copper, S sulfur, O oxygen. So, constituent elements are copper, sulfur and oxygen. Next, zinc carbonate. Another name is galamine. Molecular formula is ZnCO4, zinc carbonate. Zn is zinc, C carbon, O oxygen. So, constituent elements are zinc, carbon and oxygen. Next, compounds in liquid. Some important compounds that exist in liquid state are tabulated as follows. Compounds: water, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, sulfuric acid, acetic acid. Water first. Molecular formula is H2O. Constituent elements are hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrochloric acid, HCl. Constituent elements are hydrogen, chlorine. Nitric acid, molecular formula is HNO3. Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen. These are the constituent elements or nitric acid. Next, sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Constituent elements are hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. Next, acetic acid. Another name is vinegar. Molecular formula is CH3COOH. Constituent elements are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Next, compounds in gas. Some important compounds that exist in gaseous state are tabulated as follows. Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. So, carbon monoxide molecular formula is CO. Carbon dioxide molecular formula is CO2. Constituent elements are carbon and oxygen. Carbon and oxygen. Next, sulfur dioxide, SO2. Constituent elements are sulfur and oxygen. Methane, CH4. Carbon, hydrogen. These are the constituent elements of methane. Nitrogen dioxide, NO2. Constituent elements are nitrogen, oxygen. Ammonia, NH4. Constituent elements are nitrogen, hydrogen. Clear, children? Uses of compounds. Common name, chemical name, constituents, uses. First, water. Chemical name is hydrogen oxide. Constituents are hydrogen and oxygen. Uses for drinking and as solvent. Next, table salt. Chemical name is sodium chloride. Constituents are sodium and chlorine. Uses diet preservative for meat and fish. Sugar. Chemical name is sucrose. Constituents carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Uses preparation of sweets, toffees and fruit juices. Baking soda. Chemical name sodium bicarbonate. Constituents sodium, hydrogen, carbon and oxygen. Uses fire extinguisher, preparation of baking powder and preparation of cakes and bread. Washing soda. Chemical name sodium carbonate. Constituents sodium, carbon and oxygen. Uses as cleaning agent in soap and softening of hot water. Bleaching powder. Calcium oxychloride. Chemical name is calcium oxychloride. Constituents calcium, oxygen and chlorine. Uses as bleaching agent, disinfectant and sterilization of drinking water. Quick lime. Chemical name is calcium oxide. Calcium oxide. Constituents calcium and oxygen. Uses manufacture of cement and glass. Slaked lime. Chemical name is calcium hydroxide. Constituents calcium, oxygen and hydrogen. Uses whitewashing of walls. Whitewashing of walls. Next, limestone. Chemical name is calcium carbonate. Constituents are calcium, carbon and oxygen. Uses preparation of chalk pieces. These are the uses of compounds. Evaluation for this session. Define non-metals. Give two examples for metallites. What are the uses of metallites? Define compounds. Which non-metal is essential for our life and all living beings inhale it during breathing? Students, try to find the answer for all these questions and write down in your notebook. Student, use this link for further clarification of this lesson. Thank you.